Deep within the rolling hills of a forgotten land, a secret weapon lay hidden, shrouded in mystery and legend. The villagers spoke of an ancient artifact, one that could change the fate of whoever possessed it. Yet, for centuries, none had been able to find it. Many travelers had come in search of it, only to disappear into the dense forests. It was said that the weapon held the power to grant invincibility. But, as the legend goes, it would only reveal itself to someone pure of heart. One day, a young explorer named Arin arrived in the village. He was curious, bold, and full of adventure. His journey had taken him across mountains, deserts, and seas. Yet, it was this small village that intrigued him the most. Arin had heard the stories of the secret weapon since he was a child. His father had been a traveler too, but had never returned from this land. Determined to uncover the truth, Arin set out on a quest. He met an old villager who knew more about the artifact than anyone else. "The weapon is not what you think it is," the old man warned. "It is not a sword, nor a shield, nor a gun. It is something far greater." Arin listened carefully, intrigued by the man's words. "You must seek the Cave of Echoes," the man continued. "But remember, the journey will test your spirit, not your strength." With this advice, Arin began his journey through the dark forest. The trees loomed high above him, their branches like arms reaching for the sky. Each step he took seemed to echo, as if the forest itself was watching. Days passed, and Arin's determination grew stronger. He camped by rivers, climbed steep cliffs, and crossed perilous bridges. His mind was filled with thoughts of the weapon and what it might bring. One evening, as he rested by a quiet lake, a soft voice called out to him. He turned, but saw no one. "Who's there?" Arin asked, his heart racing. The voice came again, but this time it was clearer. "The secret weapon is closer than you think," it whispered. Startled, Arin stood up, looking around frantically. The forest was still, but the voice continued to guide him. "Follow the moonlight, and you will find the path." Arin trusted his instincts and followed the glowing beams of the moon. The path led him deeper into the forest, until he came to a massive cave. The entrance was hidden behind a waterfall, shimmering in the moonlight. Inside, the walls seemed to hum with ancient energy. Arin could feel a strange power coursing through the air. As he ventured further, he came upon a stone pedestal in the center of the cave. On top of the pedestal was a small, unassuming box. Arin approached it cautiously, his heart pounding in his chest. "Is this the weapon?" he wondered. With trembling hands, he opened the box. Inside, there was no weapon, no blade, no gun, only a simple mirror. Confused, Arin picked it up and looked at his reflection. In that moment, he realized the truth. The secret weapon was not a tool of destruction, it was self-awareness. It was the power to understand oneself, to control one's own mind. Arin saw the reflection of a brave, determined man, a man capable of anything. The voice from earlier echoed again, but this time it was inside his mind. "The greatest weapon is within you, Arin. It is your mind, your will." The realization hit him like a wave, filling him with a newfound sense of purpose. He understood now why so many had failed to find the weapon. They had all been searching for something external, something physical. But the true power was within them all along. Arin left the cave, his heart lighter, his mind clearer. He returned to the village, not with a weapon in hand, but with a new perspective. The old villager was waiting for him when he arrived. "Did you find what you were looking for?" the man asked with a knowing smile. Arin nodded. "I found more than I ever expected." The village was different to him now, brighter, more alive. The people seemed kinder, the air fresher. Arin shared his journey with the villagers, but not everyone believed him. Some still expected a physical weapon, something tangible. But Arin knew better. He understood that true power came from within. Days turned into weeks and Arin continued to explore the land. He became a legend, not for discovering a weapon, but for discovering himself. His journey inspired many to look inward for strength and courage. Tourists began to visit the village, eager to follow in Arin's footsteps. They came from far and wide, hoping to uncover their own inner strength. The village thrived, becoming a place of self-discovery and enlightenment. Arin was often asked to guide new travelers, and he always agreed. The journey is not about the destination, he would say. It's about what you learn along the way. His words resonated with many, and the village soon became known as the Village of Wisdom. One day, as Arin stood on the hill overlooking the village, he smiled. He realized that his father had been right all along. The secret weapon was real, but it wasn't what he had expected. It was far more powerful. Arin knew he had unlocked a potential within himself that was limitless. And he knew that everyone had that same potential. The tourists who visited often left with more than they came for. They left with the knowledge that they were capable of greatness. Arin's story spread, reaching distant lands and inspiring countless others. His journey became a symbol of hope, courage, and inner strength. People began to understand that the greatest battles are fought within. Arin continued to explore, always learning, always growing. He knew his adventure was far from over. For as long as there were questions, there would be journeys. And as long as there were journeys, there would be growth. The secret weapon had changed his life, but it had also changed the lives of many others. Arin had found peace, not in a weapon, but in himself. The villagers often said that Arin had brought them more than any weapon ever could. He had brought them the gift of self-discovery, and that, they believed, was the greatest weapon of all. Arin's journey had only just begun, and so had theirs. The village continued to flourish as more and more people came to find their own hidden strength. Arin's legacy would live on, not as the man who found a weapon, but as the man who found himself. And in doing so, he had given the world a power that could never be taken away.